Hey, what's going on? What's going on? It's Sam Warren Nix, Opportunity Launch Team. What's happening? Look, today is another red day. Another red day, but you know what? Some people made some gains. Hopefully, you jumped in on some of the bounce back that happened. If you guys look, see the check mark. It came back up and now it stabilized. It's at a little stoppage. So, still some good deals. Ripple still $1.52. So, that's a good buy. Cardano. Neo was 180, almost $200. I mean, it's still down. A lot of times when I see 10% down, I'm still shopping. I'm still 10% off. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of green, but there are a lot of red, a lot of red, a lot of red. But the market is coming back. It ain't where it was, but it's moving right along. So, don't be fearful. Go ahead and get you some coins. Today I had somebody ask me about DeVore. What is DeVore? With all the controversy going on with Bitconnect, and I try to teach strategy to this whole thing because unless you have a plan, unless you work in that plan, you're never gonna really come out like you want, because you can always find yourself in these positions. So what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Let me go ahead and stop this right here. What can you do when the market has gone awry? What can you do when you have to just stay in position and you want to make some moves, but you just can't really? I mean, buying is good. Buying is good. Being able to buy is good. But like I said, a lot of people don't have that startup capital. So how you earn that startup capital? How do you earn it? Well, let me show you how you earn it. And I had put some points that I want to talk about over here. I want to talk about lending loans, ICOs, regular ICOs, lending ICOs, blue chip coins, which are big caps, those low cost coins, and they had large multipliers, small caps, exchanges, and the exchange coins. So this was all in random. So I'm gonna put it out like this. We'll talk about big chip coins. Number 3. We'll start there. Big chip, and I call them big chips because they the big boys. They the large caps. Large caps like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple. These guys, these are the large caps. So in your portfolio, you want to be invested 50% to 40% in the big boys and the big ones, the blue chips, like Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin. You want to have your portfolio on at least 40 to 50% of whatever. If you're investing, whatever amount you invest in, then you want to have it there in the big caps. So what's happening is a lot of time that the big caps, when they lose, they don't lose as much, and when they bounce back, they bounce back with a higher rate. So that's the method and the strategy behind the big caps. Then you have what they call small caps. Small caps are the big multipliers, the ones that are down here like Verge and Tron and all these other ones that you got, Electronium, all these ones down here that have a smaller cap than what you see with Bitcoin and Litecoin, Power Ledger, just to name a couple ones. Some of them have a large supply. Redcoin, different ones like that. But as you are investing in these, you can see anywhere from 6 months or greater that these coins really make a substantial gain. Some of them were at 50 cent, and you can go on Coin Market Cap, and you can go to, I believe it's tools, and see a historical snapshot, and you can go back in the dates and look and see what these coins are. And like I said, if you are like me and you track this on a day-to-day basis, if you're looking at the market is at 563 billion, which is down from the 800, and is about at least 300 something billion down. So, you know, where did all that money go? Where did it go? Then you see Bitcoin dominance, which was at 50%, 45%. Now you see it's down to 34%. So Bitcoin's dominance, their people are investing in the altcoins, and then some people are taking their money out of the industry and they're sitting it on the side. And what they do, they sit it over here in Tether. So you're looking, they're sitting their money in Tether, waiting on situations like these red days to go ahead and buy back in. So you got your big caps, you got your small caps, and with small caps, you're looking anywhere from 20 to 25% of your portfolio invested in those small caps. All right, big caps, small caps. And big caps are the blue chips, the ones everybody are talking about, the ones that you see that are really building this crypto out, that people are really staking the brand on. You know, those are the big caps. I would put Neo. I'll put Neo up there with the big cap, Neo, big cap, and pretty much anything in the top 10 is big cap. 500,000 to $1 million is probably smaller caps, if you're gonna look at it that way. All right. So big cap, little cap, small caps, and then ICOs. ICOs, we have regular and lending ICOs, and let me tell you the method behind those. So with ICOs, the key to an ICO is grabbing the ICO before it hits the exchange. Now, let me tell you about one that, you know, there's several other examples out there, but this is one that's really gonna maybe give you a little insight on how it works. Electroneum. Electroneum was in the crowd sale, private sale, even with the public sale. When it went public, it went for 1 cent, 1 penny, 1 whole penny. So even when you referred people to buy Electroneum, you got free Electroneum, you got free coins, and they had a percentage, a discounted deal. When you get in at the pre-sale, you'll get so much, and all kinds of stuff. It was a really great incentive, but it was 1 cent. Now, if you look at Electroneum, when it hit the market, if you go into the historical data, and I'm gonna show you guys, let me see if I can blow this up a little bit for you. When you look at Electroneum hit the exchange at, I think it was about 4 or 5 cents. I think it was 4 or 5 cents. Let's look. All right, so Electroneum, and we want to make sure we're getting all the data. So I'm gonna go to all time Electroneum from April. That ain't right. Is that right? Okay, November 2nd is when it actually hit the exchange. So it hit the exchange at 9 cents, and then it went up to the high of 23 cents. Now you bought it at a penny, and then it goes up to 23 cents. Okay, so you could see how many times that's over 22 times your money. 22 times your money. So if you were like me and you invested $1,000 in there, now this happened so fast that a lot of people couldn't take advantage of that price, because I'm sure if you go to the chart, see what happened was it went up so fast and then it dropped down, boom, and then it came back up. It dropped down to 3 cents. So from those people who missed that pump, when it dropped down to 3 cents, then some people took profit. Some people say, okay, that's 2 times what 2 times my money back plus another X. So I'll take some profit. Most people, that if they did that, they were kind of crazy. But anyway, then it pumped all the way up to 5 cents, and which was good profit. From 1 cent to 5 cents, that's good profit. That's 5 times what you put in. If you took $2,000 out, if you put $1,000 in and you took $2,000 out, then you still had $3,000 worth of revenue or into it. So then it dipped. So you didn't make a move. It dipped and went all the way back down to 2 cents. Well, for those people who missed the ICO, 2 cents was a perfect time. Almost 3 cents, but 2 cents, 2.5 cents to get down there. This one is, it's a little bit lower. So now you buy it at 2.5 cents, and then it starts to make a move. It goes all the way back up to 4 cents. So now you bought it at 2 cents, and then okay, you double your money. So now it's at 4 cents. But you're like me, you're that 4 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, that's not what we came for. We didn't come for that. Our ultimate goal is $1 to $2. That's our ultimate goal. We hodler. That's what they call it when you hold. But now just keep in mind, this is all within November 14th to November 2nd, I believe. November 2nd, sometime around there. November 14th, that's 2 weeks that your money has been, where you've been able to make some money. So now you're in at 1 cent or 2 cents, and then it starts to fluctuate. It drops back down. Some of the profits that you made, the 1x, 2x, is gone. So now Electroneum takes a run. Almost 30 days later, Electroneum takes a run, and now you see that it's going up. It's moving up. It's moving up. It's moving up. It comes back. It's moving up. It peaks all the way up to 11 cents from November to December. December 5th. It goes from 1 penny to 11 cents. And reason why I'm talking about this one, because this was one of the ones that I really got in at the right time, did the right things, and it was some problems, some issues, just like all other ICOs. There's always problems and issues. These are new startups, so they're working in the background. They're taking those funds and they're building out the platform. So you have to be patient for all this stuff to come to light. But once it comes to light, the return, what you receive is greater than what you go through. Okay. So let me stop this guy over here. How come I keep trying to stop him and he keeps playing? Let me close this down altogether. All right, because I know some people be complaining, hey, I don't like that music, but it's all good. So it's on a run. It's on a tear. It's rolling. You know, people are getting excited. It goes all the way up to 13 cents. It goes from a penny to 13 cents in a month of it being released. A penny to 13 cents. And you say, well, I wish I had got in. I wish I had done this. I wish. But one thing about the market is it hears your wish, because what goes up comes back down. And there's always an entry point where you can get back in. Now, it takes a big old dive. It goes from 13 cents all the way down. Let me see what the bottom is. To 5 cents. Now, I remind you now, everybody paid a penny to get in this. And they've taken profits along the way. Hopefully they did. If they didn't, then shame on them, because somebody didn't teach them. Somebody didn't let them know that that's what you should do. You take your little profit along the way. And then you get in at a good price point to where you're not really never losing. Because like I said, when it fell all the way down to 5 cents, what is that to a person who only invested at 1 penny? And when it hit the exchange, I went and bought it at 3 cents. I went and bought it at 3 cents. I bought it at 4 cents again, just to have some coins, because at one time they wasn't releasing the wallets. They were letting the wallets just sit there until they figure out the security issue. And I think this is around the time, December 13th was around the time that that security issue was going on with Electroneum. So it put everything at an all-time halt. And fear, people was, saying that, companies ran off with the money, scam, this, that, and third, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, so following this roadmap, you can see it started to come back. And, some more people jumped in at the 7 cent, made a little profit. When they made a little profit from where they were, some of the people said, hey, I'm gonna sell off a little bit, and they sold off a little bit, and then it dropped down to 6 cents, which, like I said, if you started at the ICO price, 1 penny to 6 cents is not a loss. You're still 5 times your money. So you're not losing, you're still winning. So then it starts to make a move. It shoots all the way up to 9 cents, almost 10 cents. Then it hovers, it takes a little drop, what's going on. Then it goes back up, it goes up to 10 cents, and then it goes back down. And what it's doing is finding its bottom, it's finding its stabilization. So it pretty much stayed at 8 cents for a while. From let's say the 20th to all the way over to January 5th, it played with 8 cents. And then the market just said, it went all the way up to, what was the high? Come on. This thing never works good for me. It was over 20 cents. It was over 20 cents, because if you look at this market, it was over 20 cents. Now, I'll give you guys the exact number when I go look at the chart. Markets. And you know what? Okay, markets. And let's look at the historical data. And let me see if I can find it. High. 22 cent. I don't think that's the highest it's ever been. Let me see if I can find it on the charts. Let me see if I can zoom in on this right here. Let's see if we can zoom in right here and get it. Okay, so yeah, 22 cent is the high that it's been. 22 cents. So it went from a penny to 22 cents. November, December, January, so about a month and a half after being on the market, on the in from the, it took a while for it to make its move according to crypto time. Crypto time is multiplied, kind of like dog years. Crypto time is multiplied. A week is really like a year, and then a month is like 3 or 4 years, it seems like, in crypto time. So like I said, it went all the way up to 22 cents, and then as you see, things were happening. It dropped down, and then with all the FUD and everything that was going on with Bitcoin, then it started to lose some ground, but it still had a good placement right here at 16 cents. It was good at 16 cents. Around the 16 to 11 cent is where it's found a good resting place. So it dropped down to 14 cent, and then it came back up, and it hovered and played with that. It went all the way down to 14 cent, hovered and played with that right there. And like I said, 13, 14, 15 cent. So I mean 13, 14, 15 is the bottom. It's pretty much the bottom of where it's at. So if you go look at Electroneum today, it's at a good resting place. It's at 13 cent. Is that a good time to jump in? For those people that missed the roller coaster, the people that missed the ride, the people that missed an opportunity when it started at day one at 1 penny, I would say yeah. 13 cent is a good a place to jump in at, because it's pretty much found its consistent where it's going to be at right here. Now, could it go down lower? Yeah, it could. But what I'm seeing with Electroneum, they have a lot of contracts. They have a lot of things that are in the works that haven't even been implemented yet. It is a large supply. It is a large supply of ETN. But if you understand the concept and what it does, it brings mining to mobile. So ETN to me would be a good buy, for the long haul, for those hodlers, holdalls, those guys that's looking like me, that knows and believes in their heart that ETN is going to go over $1. So if you were like me and you bought yours at a penny and it goes over $1, then the sky's the limit of how much money you make. If you invested $1,000 into it, and you got over 140,000 coins, and it goes to $1, man, shoot, that's good. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you guys about the ICO and using Electroneum as that example of buying something at an ICO. Then it hits the market at 9 cent, 8 cent, and then it fell back down. It took its bruises because of what was going on with the security breach and everything like that. But most of them do that. If you go and look at some of these coins when they hit the market, let's see, Red Pulse. Red Pulse is a good one. 26 is at 26 cent right now. 26 cent. But look, when it hit the market, it was at 4 cent. 4 cent. And then it did this. And then after all the stuff happened, especially around here with Bitcoin in the industry, it fell down. And then just these past 2 days, you could have bought it right here at 21, because it went all the way up here. It went all the way almost to 79 cent. Let me see if I can do this a little bit better. Zoom in. Let's get this. So 79 79 cent, almost 80 cent. So it went from 4 cent to almost 80 cent in Red Pulse, and then it dropped down now below 80 cent. Now the thing is this is subject to, it's going to come back. Red Pulse is a coin. You know, you have to go look up the Red Pulse and do your due diligence on it. But this right here is backed by the Chinese government, and or not the Chinese government, but by the Asian market, which is real a coin that has been talked about with a lot of hype behind it. And China market intelligence, timely, relevant, and actionable information analysis of China. Red Pulse. About Red Pulse is an event-driven research firm quartered, incorporates, and registers in Hong Kong. So that just tells you, you know, with the Asian community, they support their products, they support their stuff, and that's the reason why this. I bought this Red Pulse at 4 cent, and you know, it went all the way. You see where it went up to 80 cent. 80 cent from 4 cent. What kind of profit is that? And this is what I wanted to show you guys is, and the reason why I'm saying this is it doesn't happen in years. If you're investing in a stock or something like that, it might take you years before you can get that type of gain. And with this, it's totally different. And let me show you the historical data. Hopefully you're seeing all this and it's big enough for you guys to see this. But let's go to the all-time. I want to show you the historical data. So it started in October at less than 6 cent. And then it fell back to 4 cent, 3 cent. But I could pretty much tell you in the ICO was probably less than that. Let me see, ICO bench. Yeah, let's see if they give me the price of Red Pulse. Let's see, ICOs. I didn't find it. Let me see if I can find it. Because I'm curious. I don't remember what it was, because when I seen it, it had hit KuCoin. Red Pulse. Coin Red Pulse. Token sell. Red Pulse. One Neo gets you 1,000 Red Pulses. Now, it depends on what one Neo was at that time, because Neo was it wasn't at $100. It wasn't at $100, so it was less than that. So I'm trying to find out if I can find it. Where can I find what the price was at ICO? ICO bench, ICO drops. Let's see. Do they have a search on this thing? Ended ICOs. I don't know. This is a lot of stuff. I don't know. Hold on. Let me try this. Red. Pulse. There it is. October 8th, red token price was 26 cents. 26 cents. So it was actually higher on ICO. It was actually higher. So no, here you go. It was 3 cent. It was 3 cent. And I think what they're showing is they're showing what it is now, 26 cents. So yeah. So they're showing 26 cents. That's what it is right now. And then if you go over here and it was 3 cents in ICO, and then it says that U.S. couldn't participate. U.S. could not, and people from Singapore and China couldn't participate. Now that's kind of funny. This is in Hong Kong, but they won't let people from Singapore, China, or the United States participate. But which was cool. It's not a big deal. It wasn't a big deal because I'm gonna tell you, you get a bonus of 30%. So whatever you bought, you got 30% more, and you had a max personal cap that you only can spend $1,000 the first hour. And they only accepted NEO. They didn't accept Bitcoin. They didn't accept none of that. They wanted NEO. That's the reason why NEO is such a big, good, I say big cap, big blue chip to buy, because a lot of these alternative platforms are being built on NEO, just like with Ethereum or QuantStamp. They use those to produce these ICOs. But getting back to what I was saying about Red Pulse is 3 cents, and then when it first started, when it hit the actual exchange, it was pretty much close to the ICO price, not too far from the ICO price. And let's take a look at this. Let's see what exchanges Red Pulse is on now. Red Pulse, and we go check the markets, and let's see. It's only on KuCoin, Huobi, whatever how you pronounce that, and TDAX, and very limited trading on TDAX. Not much volume going on there, and it's on KuCoin. And what happened was with KuCoin, let me see. KuCoin is your exchange where you want to actually get signed up for. And what I did was, when I seen it, it showed up here on the front screen. And what happens is, a lot of these coins, when they hit KuCoin, it's their initial from ICO, coming straight from ICO to here. And when I see them at 4 cents, and I see them at 1 penny, and I see Dent at 4 cents, different ones at real cheap price, I just buy some. Sonovo, when I seen it, it was less than a penny, and it went all the way up to 27 to 30 cents. I think it was almost 40 cents that it went all the way up to. But it's done settled back down to 13 cents. But I bought it at less than a penny. So you can look at Telcoin. Just showed up on the scene yesterday. It's at a penny. And so really, to buy 1,000 of these coins is a no-brainer. Couple $100 or whatever to buy 1,000, or even more than that, 15,000 or 20,000. I don't know. Have to do the math. But anyway, yeah, with KuCoin shares, they were at 48 cents a share, and it went all the way up to $19. I mean, I bought 271 of those coins at 48 cents, which was not a big financial investment. 273 times 48. I spent $131. $131 now, and I bought 273 coins. 273 times, I think they were $14 when I sold. No, maybe it was, I think it was 19. Anywhere between 14 and 19. I'll go with 16. times 16 equal, I made $4,000 off of that, off of a $131 investment. And I still have some of my coins. I sold a little bit, I sold a third, and those types of things. I still have over 100 and something coins left. I went back and bought some more too, as the price did accumulate. So that's what you do. You find the coins. You can get them in initial offering at ICO. Then when they hit the exchange, if you missed it at ICO, wait for it to hit the exchange. Get it as soon as it hits the exchange. It's either going to go pump up or sometime it might drop down. You might want to wait, buy a little bit, and then wait to see where the price direction goes. Like A-Gang, I bought it at $2-3. No, it was about $4 when I bought this one. As soon as it hit the ICO, then look at it. The market came to where all this stuff started happening around Bitcoin and the market. So look, it dropped drastically, all the way down to $1.50. Now you can do one or two things. You can either take the loss, hold it, because it's not a loss until you sell, and wait for it to bounce back. Look at it. Look at the chart right here, if you guys can see it. It came in right here, and then it just dropped bottom. And then now it's gradually coming back up, Then it went all the way back down again. And then it went up, and then it dropped back down. So now it's on the downswing. It's just there. Now, do I think this is going to come back to, $4 or $5? Yeah, I do. But it's going to take a while, so I'm not going to sell out of my position. And when you lose here, you gain somewhere else. So, I mean, it's just an equilibrium type of thing. So, now you have your ICOs. We talked about the ICOs and buying it, the importance of the ICOs. Regular ICOs. These are regular ICOs that we're talking about. But then we want to talk about lending ICOs. And that's where the DeVore comes in. With Bitconnect, there have been a lot of money made. The concept that Bitconnect had was a great concept and working model. The problem is they took the power and the money, and they just really misused it. They didn't use it constructively. There was no transparency and all kinds of things that was happening. So when the lending platforms first came about, I wasn't paying any attention. I was just doing mostly trading and buying some ICOs. I didn't know anything about lending until I started following a few YouTubers, and I saw that they made a lot of money in Regalcoin, which right now is at a floppy flop. Regalcoin, there you go, Regalcoin, and let's go to Regalcoin. So this coin right here it had hit a high of, crazy amount of money. Look, you're looking over $90 over here, $86 Regalcoin. I think it even went up higher than that. I think it went up higher than that. Well, it's not showing up right here. It says that the highest was $89. Then something happened. They locked up their accounts, their wallets, all kinds of stuff. They were trying to, people would have been millionaires if they had a sold out, because everybody was waiting so they can dump their coins, and all of a sudden they were holding wallets, and then all of a sudden it just, with the market here recently, what happened here recently in the past month, it just went from $80 all the way down to $1.36. So lending, that was tragic. And another tragedy, well, people left Regalcoin, and it's just like the fish in the ocean. When you see the school of fish and you throw something in there, or something comes along and they misdirect they misdirect the school of fish. The same thing happens in the crypto world online. Is there's a lot of shifting. So what happened with Regalcoin? Hextracoin came out, and it solved the issues of what was going on, and plus they had a higher daily percentage than what Bitconnect. Because what happens is, just because you're an originator of the idea doesn't mean, just like with Apple didn't invent the cell phone. You know, they don't even have the best cell phone, but they have the best followers, the best people that believe in the project, that believe in the religion of Apple. And that's the same thing that you have out here in the lending platform. You have some people that believed in Bitconnect. If you cut their own arm, they would bleed orange. Well, Hextra came out and it paid. YouTubers was putting in crazy loans, like $100,000 loan, and was making, you know, this crazy ridiculous money every day. But then, you know, let me see if Hextra is on the coin market cap. I don't think it is. I think they only launched their internal exchange. So let's see if we can see what the price is in their internal exchange. Hextracoin. What I did was I sold all my coins when it was at a peak. I just sold all my coins because it was too much stuff going on with Hextracoin and YouTubers talking. Hextracoin is worth $5.84. But what's so funny about it is Hextracoin has probably been up to 30, 40, 50, or even more. That coin, Hextracoin, you know, people have made a lot of money in this. But now, if you look at it, it's done dropped drastically. And they, you know, there's nothing going on with their exchange. It's really, really sad. So what happens? They flock to something that's different, something that's transparent, something that everybody can see. That these guys started with Devor. Devor was that #2 loan lending platform behind Bitconnect. Bitconnect was in the shadows of Bitconnect, and that's all everybody talked about. But if you look at how many coins that was in circulation of Bitconnect compared to the number of coins of Devor, it was a small limited supply. So what does that mean? That means that they had the opportunity and the chance to put out big numbers because of the small supply. So when Devor, that people bought at 70 cents in the ICO, 70 cents in the ICO that they bought Devor. Now when it hit the exchange, it hit at about $23. So from 70 cents to $23, those people got to see the profits. Now as soon as it hit the exchange, it went from $23 all the way up to $160 something, $165. So that right there, from 70 cents before in ICO to $23, just that was enough for people to just say, hey, you know what? I'm done. I done made a lot of money. But no, if they had stayed in and did the 1/3 rule, then they would have had enough money on 1,000 coins. You spend $700 and something and got 1,000 coins, and those 1,000 coins are worth, you know, $170. $170. So let's see what that is. Let's pull out a little calculator. So you have 1,000 coins times 170 equals, you made $170,000 right here. $170,000. Now when all this stuff happened with Bitcoin, you know, you guys see it, and it fell down. It went all the way down. It went all the way down to about below 80, about $75. It went from 170 to $75. It lost over 50%. Way over 70, 60, 70% of where it was. But then DeVore has stayed constant, and it went back up to 130, and then now it's resting at 113. So DeVore started on ICO, 70 cent, hit the exchange. Now, when I seen it on the exchange when before it hit the exchange inside the internal, they do have an internal exchange as well. So the internal exchange came up before the external exchange. So what happens in the internal exchange, that a lot of these ICOs, especially the lending ICOs with the internal exchange, they can create their own momentum. So when they created their own momentum, they took that from 70 cents to $10 all the way up to about 20 something dollars before it even hit the ICO, hit the exchange. Now, in between that time, I saw DeVore. I missed the ICO, but it dropped down to $6, and I had a chance to purchase it at $6. But you know, when it went up to 23, I had sold. I didn't have that many coins, so I had sold out of my position. So I went and bought back at 25, and then now I have my coins sitting there, and they're locked up. They're staking, locked up into a loan at $100 and something. So when they come out, they're going to be at the market value. So if I bought them at 25 and they come out and they're at the market value, they're at least $100 right now. So you can see the increase of staking as well. That's something that you want to add to your list. And let me see if I can add that to my list. Add that to my list. Add that to my list. Staking. 6. We'll put that on staking. And I guess staking, I will put staking. Yeah. I'll put staking right here. I will put staking right there. And like I said, this is not in order, but at least close to order. I think we talked about blue chip and this one right here and the top ones, but I'll change the numbers after I go back on this video. I just wanted to make sure I keep, because there's so much to talk about with this thing. It's so much to talk about. Staking, and let me take you to DeVore. Like I said, this is now, because of Bitconnect, this is the #1 lending platform. You need to diversify your portfolio. You need to have some regular coins, blue chips, and then you have some small caps. Then you have your lending, and then with your lending, you can do two things. You can actually accumulate, not accumulate, but you can actually acquire some coins at a low price in the ICO, and then when they hit the internal external exchange, sell those coins at a profit. And the method and strategy is your third. You sell a third, hold a third, and loan a third. So why would you want to do lending? Well, what happens is when you lend to these platforms, they are using your money to make more money, and then they pay you back 2%, anywhere from 1 to 2% on your investment. So if you invest $1,000 and they're paying you 2% a day, you will make $20 a day. So that's about $600 a month. If you invested $1,000 in 2 months, you will be in profit, and everything after that is yours. And it's normally for a year contract, depending on what level that you invested in. So let me show you guys DeVore, and hopefully I can log in here without a lot of stuff. So we'll talk about lending first. And like I said, DeVore has one of the highest rates as far as lending is concerned. Let me bring this down. Command minus. What I gotta do to move this out of the way? It won't let me. It won't change. But this is the 7-day forecast, and it shows you January 19th. Today is 1.3. Now, when they first started, they were hitting 2% on the regular, but it's like I said, 1%, 2% is still all good. Lending, and this is how they increase the value of the coin, is when they take every coin that's lended. Say if you want to do $1,000 loan and it's at $100 right now, it would cost you at least 10 coins. 10 coins will get you $1,000 worth of a loan, and then now they'll pay you a percentage. Now, when I did this, I did it December 11th, 2017, and December 5th, 2018 is my release date. And when they release it, they're going to release me the capital that I put in, $1,000. Now, they're not going to give me $1,000 worth of coin, which would probably have more value depending on what the value is. Basically, what they did is they took those coins that I bought at $6, which really didn't cost them anything, and they locked them up, and they just took my Bitcoin that I paid to do that, and they reinvested. They have a trading bot and all kinds of stuff that they do to make revenue on their site. But this is sustainable because they are creating their own coin from fairy dust, from out of the air. They're creating their own coin out of the air, so they really don't have that much wrapped up into it. And you're giving them money, your Bitcoin, which has more value, and then in hopes that they're going to, at the end of this term, that you're going to make your 2% a day. Now, as you can see, I invested $1,400, and already I've made over half my money back, which is cool. And I haven't even, it's been December 11th. It's been almost a little bit over a month, and I've already made half my money back. So that's great. Exchange. Remember, I was telling you about they had their own exchange. You can make money buying and selling on the dips in here as well. It's very volatile. As you can see, the price has dropped, and you can make money on the exchange. You have your wallet, your different wallets, and then you have staking. Staking was what I was telling you about with a lot of the lending platforms. You can actually either stake or mine. To me, staking is a little bit better than mining because you don't have to deal with setting up different types of mining equipment or whatever. All you have to do is just collect your coins and set them to the side and hold them in a wallet, and they're going to pay you 10% a month on staking. So you can see I've had staked a couple of coins and had them released, and then I went reinvesting them in. And these are the dates that they're going to be released. It's 14 days that they hold them, and you get paid a percentage on the staking. So the staking is very important with the company because that's how they take more coins off of circulation, which is going to increase the value of the coin. So the reason why I told you guys about lending and the ICO and different things like that, and the next thing and probably the last thing we'll talk about is exchange and exchange coins and the strategy behind that. There's a new platform, and it's going to be the perfect storm. When there's changes in the industry, things that you thought, when Devore first came out, it wasn't even on the radar. Nobody even was even paying attention to Devore. Nobody was even serious about Devore. Nobody even really cared about Devore. Only a few people, and then the people that was there, it was hard for them to get in. All kinds of stuff that was happening. So those people that weathered the storm, they made a lot of money and continue. They are crypto rich right now. Crypto rich because they saw what other people didn't see. Well, in order to be able to see that, and a lot of it's about timing and being in the right place at the right time. When all the catastrophe, all the stuff that was happening around in the industry with Hextra and Regal, Devore was like a pleasant choice because there was really nothing else that had quality out there. Julian and his crew was transparent and doing interviews with big YouTubers. They were the first ones to really, open their door and show everybody what was going on with the lending platforms. Most of them are always incognito, where you can't really know who owns and what or whatever. So DeVore was the first one to really do that, and then now that Bitconnect is out of the scene, there's a whole bunch of people left or orphaned that are looking for the next lending platform. Of course, DeVore would be a logical choice, and I'm still on DeVore, and I plan on investing more money in DeVore. But they're looking for something that is at a new birth, a new launch, a new ICO. And the one that they're looking for is Thorn. Thorn is talking to some YouTubers and doing an interview, very transparent, very good website, all kinds of stuff. I mean, they have everything. Not only that is they have the attention of the lending community, and it can be the next quiet storm, perfect storm, because it is on the radar of a lot of people, and this makes a good combination to producing another DeVore, another Bitconnect rise to $300 to $400 a coin, and with major YouTubers behind it doing special things. I think myself that an investment in Thorncoin would be a wise position. I'm not your financial advisor. My thing is just to bring out stuff and to let you guys know what's going on, especially those that are working and don't have the time to really do the research and don't have the time, and you're not plugged in to everything that I'm plugged into. So my job is to receive it and share it. So I received it. I seen it. I believe in it. I'm putting my money in it. I'm going hard. This morning was an example of it sold out in a matter of seconds. The pre-sale. And the pre-sale was at 50 cents. The next sale is at 70 cents. Let me show you what I'm talking about, and then we'll wrap this up. We will wrap this up. I got all this stuff popping up on my iTunes. Where's the iTunes at? Let me close it. Let me quit this iTunes. I was trying to figure out how to play music and do all that stuff. Still learning how to do this. So let me show you what I'm talking about. And I'll probably do a review of this and get everything lined up for you guys. But phase one is going to be 70 cents, and they're going to have 900,000 coins, and then phase two 80, and then 90. It's going to go all the way up to $1.20. I'm gonna tell you guys, I would love to be right here below $1. I would love to be here below $1, but if I don't, and I have to go here as far as here, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna miss out. I'm not gonna miss out. I'm gonna go through every launch date that is possible to get in and get me 1,000 coins or better, because it said sold out in 1 second. The pre-sale sold out in 1 second, and they only could get 1,000 coins max. They only can get 1,000 coins. Now my max right now with what I put in, I think I put in like 2 or 300. I don't even remember. 0.01, whatever that is. 0.01. Let's go see. And I had forgot about it, and I had sent my money over there late. And right when my money hit, and I tried to get I only put in 200 bucks, like I said, $192, and I can get 388 coins right now at that value. But I want to have at least 1,000 coins. 1,000 coins. So I'm gonna have to send some more money over there. But total investments was 755, and they made 22 bitcoins. So they take those bitcoins and they go build their structure. They go and do the things they need to do with that money. And then, by the time they're open their exchange, you're looking at anywhere. I have to go look at the roadmap and see if they show. I don't even see a roadmap up here, but I'm sure they have one in their white paper. I have to go back and look on the front page. But I just wanted to show you guys Thorncoin. Thorncoin is the next quiet storm. It is the next thing. And like I said, situation dictates outcome. The situation is the #1 lending platform that had all these millions of subscribers have just closed its doors to lending. These people have been dispersed and released to the next big thing. Well, at one time, it would only be logical for most and some people to fall into the vor. Yeah, I believe it. But if you're looking to get at the start of something great, the big YouTubers and other people have already started their campaign to navigating and directing the people to Thorncoin. What does that mean for you? As a hobby investor myself, I follow the hype, I follow the heat, and I follow the movement. The movement and where people gravitate and where they look to create a frenzy and increasing the value and limitation of these coins. There's not that many of these coins to be sold, period. It's not that many. So the price is going to be driven fast and hard. It's going to go hard. Thorncoin, this is their white paper. You can go through it, see what it's all about. It's the ER20 coin. There's only 9 million total supply. 6.2 million is going to be in ICO. And then 1.8 million is going to be staking. So very, 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 very limited. Very, 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 very limited. Very, very, very. Did I say very, very limited? Did I say that? So supply and demand. A lot of people are going to be trying to get to this. It's low fees, peer-to-peer, high secure privacy, limited supply, plus buyback program. So anything that's not sold, it says Thorncoin, and we are committed to reducing the supply to 8 million by using 10% of the company's profit every 6 months to buy back tokens and burn them. In this way, the overall supply will reduce, the demand for our token holders will increase. The first phase of this will be in June of 2018. So those people, when you're holding these coins, is what's going to happen. It's going to really, 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 really multiply your money when they start burning these coins that they don't sell. They have a very, very good minimum capital lock. 60 days, 75, 80, 180, 6 months, and they give you all your money back, and they're gonna pay you 43% a month. 43% a month. It's crazy. It's crazy. You're gonna receive daily interest. 12% Q18. This is your staking interest. 11, 10, and then 9 if you keep it, per day. Real, and you guys can go through this white paper, but like I said, my whole purpose of this is to let you know, to put this on your radar, and I'll have the links down there for you with the Thorn coin. But last but not least, and I know this is a long video, but I don't do daily stuff and all kinds of stuff. I just do random, and because like I said, I just want to put the information out to you and maybe get you to think a little bit different, and a little bit on a different level. So the last thing that I want to talk about, and I could probably break this up in several different videos, 4 or 5 different videos: exchanges and exchange coins. So once you start buying these coins, you're gonna have to sign up for multiple or different exchanges, which is cool, because you don't want all your money, all your assets on one exchange. If something happens to that exchange, if it closes down, whatever, then you have the other exchanges to fall back on. Multiple exchanges, which you can't really put all your coins on one exchange anyway, because there's no one answer to it all, to every coin being on one exchange. You're going to have some coins are offered on different exchanges. Some of them don't pay the money to get on a coin exchange or Cryptopia or Bittrex. People don't pay, or they can't actually get on there. There's not a lot of lending platforms on different exchanges. You see a few of them on Coin Exchange and Cryptopia, but as far as Bittrex, you won't see a lending platform on Bittrex. So they just don't deal with those types of business models. So, but you diversify, and you're diversified on different exchanges. When you should sign up for the exchanges, even if you're not using those exchanges. When you see a coin of interest and you see an exchange, and you should sign up on it, because one, a lot of these exchanges, what's happening is they're limiting the amount of subscribers, because they're having traffic and system overloads that they didn't prepare for, the growth that has came about with people now jumping into cryptocurrency. So a lot of people have been denied access to joining these exchanges, and maybe miss a price point at a good price because they couldn't join the exchange. Me, when I first started, when I see a new exchange come up, I just sign up for it. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to pay. It's just email and password. Some of them do have you fill out. Want you to upload your driver's license and the KYC, whatever, know your customer form. Not many of them do, far as exchanges is concerned. ICOs is a different story. It's a lot of ICOs want the KYC, and they do not allow U.S. residents to participate. Now, the trick with that is you participate at your own risk. If they ask you the question, are you a U.S. citizen, I don't have to tell them. I say, no, I'm not. And then I go in there and buy my coins. When they deliver the coins, they don't really ask you after, are you sure? They just send the coins to wherever it needs to go. They need to cover themselves because they want to make sure that they're in compliance, if they're ever audited or anything like that. Then a lot of them just don't want to deal with U.S. people. So if they can discourage as many as possible headaches and problems, because we bring we bring problems and headaches to a lot of stuff because we're so pampered and we want stuff our way. So I'm not saying that you should do it. You know, everybody do their own thing, but if you see it's a opportunity and you believe in the project, and you know, if you have a VPN, nobody knows where you at what country you're in. You know, there's people that live in the United States, but they still are citizens of other places. And so they get dual advantages. They can invest in all the programs, but, you know, they can still answer that they're not U.S. citizens, which is true. I know some U.S. citizens that are living in Japan, and you know they're taking advantage of that situation where they can access different ICOs and projects being in a different state or being in a different country. So, you know, you have to do what's best for you and what you think is right. What you think is, you know, I'm not going to teach anybody to do anything. But if you make up your own mind when it asks you that question, are you a U.S. citizen, you can check no. Now, if you check no and then you buy the coin and later on they before they send the coin to you, they ask you to fill out a KYC, then you are out of that money. Does that happen? Yes, it does. Does it happen on a regular? No, it don't. So you have anywhere from a 1 to 5% chance that it might happen. And then you got like a 95% chance that it won't. So, I mean, it's up to you if you're willing to risk. You know, sometimes I'll just risk $100 at least, or $80. Just, you know, some coins is better than no coins sometimes. But like I said, if you see like Red Pulse and some other coins, it was cheaper to buy it when it hit the exchange and it fell than trying to wait for it in the ICO anyway. So, I mean, it's really up to you. You make your own decision. I just wanted to let you know that when you come up on that question, it is your option. If you say no or yes, I mean, a lot of these companies aren't going to come back later and check you out. They're going to deliver, especially if it's an ER20 coin. They deliver it to your wallet, and your wallet has no location or address. So just to let you know about that. So exchanges, getting on those exchanges, spreading your wealth across different exchanges. If something happens, you know, if one exchange goes down, then you don't have all your money locked up on one, you know, one exchange, not putting all your eggs in one basket. And then the last and final point that I wanted to bring out to you guys is exchange coins. Exchange coins. And I showed you guys KuCoin, and I talked to you guys about KuCoin. KuCoin shares, what it does is, it's a little bit unique from the average exchange coin, is they pay you revenue or dividends, not really dividends because dividends is more taxable towards stock, but they pay you a return or a reward if you buy their coins and you just hold their coins. What happens when you hold their coins? Well, it drives the value up of their coin. The more that are taken off of the market and out of circulation, the more the price drives up. So if they give you incentives, they give you 50% of the fees, the trading fees, the exchange fees, 50% of all that revenue that they tally up at the end of the day, end of the night, whatever, they distribute to their shareholders. And they give you a percentage of the coins that was purchased. So if you might find some coins out of all the coins that they have on here, let's see, can't get in there anyway, but out of all the coins that they have on here, you can actually receive a fraction of different coins. So you're getting paid in these different types of coins, and you're accumulating small bits and pieces just by holding the KuCoin shares. Not only that is you get a discount off of the actual trading fees if you hold the coins, which is a good thing too. So KuCoin and Binance and Buybox and some other exchanges, when they first come on, they incentivize people to hold and buy their coin, so it can help drive the value up of the platform. Not only the platform, but the coin itself as well. So that's something that is good when you see a platform and it has its own coin. If you see a lending or not lending, if you see an exchange that has its own coin, then you should probably buy some of those coins. If it's a exchange, if you look at KuCoin, it's like in the top 5, top 10 of exchanges, and it just came on the scene. So buying KuCoin shares would be a good buy, a good position to take. So let's look at CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap. So we go to KuCoin. KuCoin right now is at $9.35. If you look at the historical data, it started in December at 92 cents. And then now in January, in about a month, it's went all the way up to $20. It went from 92 cents to $20. Now this is when it hit CoinMarketCap. Now when I bought it, it wasn't on CoinMarketCap yet. It was just on here, and I had signed up for this exchange when hardly nobody even knew about this exchange. I was following the Asian wave, and I heard that this platform, that this Asian community has just opened up a large platform, and I just went and signed up because I was following the Asian wave. And when I seen it, it was right here in these boxes, and it was at 48 cents. And I say, oh, 48 cents, I'll just buy $100 and something worth. And like I said, since then I've made a whole bunch of money when it went all the way up to 20 bucks. Whole bunch of money. And I still hold shares. So that's KuCoins. And then there's another site which is one of the number one Asian sites out here. I think it's backed by China. It's called, well, they're not backed by China. It was created by their CEO is Chinese, but he has since moved from China because of all the stuff that's going on with China and Bitcoin and all kinds of stuff. So, and exchanges. Not Bitconnect. It's called Binance. And I ain't gonna log in there, so I'll show you Binance over here. Binance Coin, BNB. That's another good coin. So it's at $14. Like I said, everything's on a sale right now. It's $14, low price. And as you can see, it hit the exchange at 10 cents in July. It hit the exchange in July at 10 cents. In November, it stayed pretty much flat. It stayed pretty flat. It stayed, a little bit of activity, a little swing, nothing real drastic. And then in December, into December, it just started really moving up. Because like I said, it was a shift. And look at this. I love it when it makes that hook. This is the kind of hook, and you can see it happening right here. And you can see it happening right here. And those people that took the ride, they got here, and then it fell down. Some people took some profit, and it fell back down. People took some money out. Got to make some money. Hey, I was down here, and then I'm up here. I got to get some money. It's only right. So I take a little bit out, and it falls. Because when you take some out, it reduces. But it's at 4.45, and like I said, over here, $2 from 11 cents to $4 is still a good buy. It's still a good savings. They didn't lose nothing. And it just started to moon. It dropped back down, receded back, and then it just skyrocketed here. And then as you guys can see, it peaked all the way up here at $24, over $24. And then the Bitcoin market, the Red Sea happened, and it fell all the way down to $10, $14 loss. And as you can see, $14 loss, and everything was down, over 50% loss, negative. That was buying time. Those people who seen it, those people that took action, those people that was ready and had the money, they took advantage of it. And now it's all the way up to $14, $10 to $14. That's $4 gain. $4 gain. Which some stocks, it takes forever for it to do that. Forever. So that's another. And then you have this one, B-Box token. It's a new exchange, Asian exchange that's coming out, came out, and it's just now hitting. Let's see what the historical data is. December 24th. And then January. So a month. It went from 56 cents to a high of $2, $3, $3. High of $3. And then it fell down to 94 cents. 94 cents was a steal, was a buy for the people that was in position to buy. So that's pretty much what I want to cover with you guys. Get involved with an exchange if it has a coin that and it's a worthy exchange. Then buying the coin itself of that exchange is a no-brainer, because you're investing in the long haul of this success of the exchange. And with you buying the coin, it helps the exchange strive, and then it adds more value, and then the value of your coin starts to grow, and the community as well around it. So that's the concept with the exchanges. So I gave you guys a few things to think about, a few things to know. The lending and the loans, the ICOs, regular ICOs and lending ICOs, staking, blue chip coins, big caps, low cost coins, large multipliers, and then your small caps, which are the large multipliers, and then your exchange and exchange coins. Hopefully, if you didn't get anything out of this, if you took one pointer, maybe there was something in here that actually opened your mind, maybe became a little bit clearer. Like I said, I don't do a lot of technical analysis and a lot of other things that is not my talent. But my whole purpose is to bring awareness and to change the way you think. If you change the way you think, you'll change the way you earn. Sam Warnick's Next Level Entrepreneur, Crypto Robinhood. Make sure you like and subscribe. Give us some comments to let us know, what's going on and some stuff that you're interested in. And, just support our channel. And you can join us on Facebook, Crypto Wealth Superstars. Don't forget, on the 22nd, I believe, is the next time for the Thorn coin. Make sure you get signed up. Make sure you get your Bitcoin deposited into your wallets So on the 22nd, you'll be ready. You'll be ready for the next round, which is going to be 70 cents. Like I said, I don't care if I'm on the last round and it's $1.20. I'm still going to try to get this, because if it duplicates half of what Devore and Bitconnect and a few other these lending platforms do, boy oh boy, you're going to be able to rewrite history and be able to tell your friends and family about the one that put you in the game. And then once you have this lending revenue, you can always invest it into the other stuff that I showed you. So you guys take care, be blessed, and we'll see you at the top.